It is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even care if I wake up the kids. Cracking a beer for this one. Late night party with Michael Tyler. Got 2 Tesla hats on, because why not? Wow. I'm going to take that one off. Holy crap. It's passed. It's done. Elon is getting paid. And Tesla stock is about to pay you. At the time of recording this video, Tesla stock is $190.65 per share, up 9.62% following this news. Now, here in this video, I'm not just gonna tell you what Tesla stock is doing, I will project into the future and what I expect Tesla stock will do going ahead over the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks. Now, the glorious thing about all of this is if you are a short seller, you're just watching and praying that this thing does not go further sideways for you, because it is way past the short's bedtime and they are unable to cover on short positions right now. So we're going to get into all of this information. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for bringing you this information as soon as we got it. Boy, do we have a lot of work to do in this video. And look at that, baby. Tesla stock is going higher, above $191 per share. I will also show you my position and whether or not I have any hedges on my position, options, or anything like that. So I think we should start with Elon Musk and what he just said on X. Elon Musk posted on X about 30 minutes ago, and you can see just how new this post is because you only have 2.6 million views on this post as of right now. Elon Musk says both Tesla shareholder resolutions are currently passing by wide margins. And yeah, that's beautiful. I will go ahead and blow this image up so we can just take a clearer look at this. This is an image of the votes against the comp package in gray, the votes for the comp package in blue, and the orange line here is the guaranteed win. You are far past the guaranteed win. The question is, what do the percentage ultimately look like? The better the percentage is, the more likely it is the judge round 2 is going to approve his compensation package again. But I will tell you right now, according to Wall Street, this was make or break. Whether this went through or did not, you're not going to get a rejection in the courts, okay? Because the reason Elon's compensation package got rejected in the first place, so if you're a bear, you really want to listen to this part, is because apparently investors in 2018 were ill-informed of the full package and how much dilution you would see, quote unquote. And that's why the judge ultimately threw it out, said it wasn't fair and people were ill-informed. It's like silent fraud. If you leave out a big detail to something, then you can get sued, right? In this case, it's kind of seen as like silent fraud. Well, now with all of the disclosures and the publicity around this compensation package, Tesla is a much more followed company today than it was then. You can't make that argument. That is null and void. It no longer exists. So according to Wall Street, this is passed. It is a done deal. Elon is going to get paid. Now, why is that important for Tesla stock? And why is Tesla stock at the time of recording this video $192.35? Wow. Gosh, the bulls, man. If you're a bull, if you're a bear too, I love you too. But gosh, I hope all of that nervousness does your portfolio right at this point. And I understand a lot of people were hedged and giving up some of this upside, but wow, that is quite a move upon the initial reaction. Nonetheless, back to what we were saying. Again, this thing is done. It is over with. Now, I did expect a huge move following this compensation package, and I think this is probably half of the move that you're actually going to see. And my daughter's in the middle of being potty trained and just had an accident, so I don't know where in the hell I was with my train of thought. I'll just give you a rundown of basically what is next for Tesla. Now, gosh, I mean, where do you even start? Tesla stock, again, started off 2024 at $265 per share. Think about Tesla then, and then think about Tesla now. There's a lot more color and clarity to what margins might look like, overall profitability, what demand might look like. And Tesla, even more recently, has shifted their strategy to buying down the interest rate instead of cutting prices. And that should be a very good strategy in boosting demand. Again, remember, the problem was never Tesla cutting prices. The problem was Tesla was cutting prices and it was not adding to demand. If Tesla's spending a couple $1,000s to buy down the interest rate, but they're selling a lot more vehicles, that's good as well. That's just one example of recent changes with Tesla. Think about the last 5 earnings calls. The last one was like the only good one. I mean, all of the other earnings calls for a year prior were terrible, and Tesla stock fell 10%. 4 earnings in a row. Even when you think about one of the most impactful things that has happened for Tesla recently, and that was on just this latest earnings, where Elon said that they were actually going to speed up the next gen platform vehicles. And that was something that Wall Street really wanted, right? That was something that was important for investors, that Tesla does not go all in on robotaxi right now. They focus on robotaxi. They also focus on the next gen lower cost vehicles. Tesla gave us exactly that. Like, Tesla is doing all of the right things, but the big problem weighing over Tesla is, does Elon leave Tesla, right? If he worked since 2018 with zero compensation whatsoever, I mean, sure, he's a rich guy, but in a capitalistic world, you're going to move on and you're going to do something else if you're not compensated, right? And that was the risk. Wall Street was saying, hey, there's a 10, 15, 20% chance Elon just leaves Tesla. Tesla to the moon. It's actually going to the moon, huh? Isn't that crazy? Anyways, there was that chance that could happen. And Elon's probably 25% of the added valuation to Tesla, and that becomes problematic. So when Elon was 25% or more of the additional valuation put on Tesla, I mean, you have to factor that in as a risk factor if you are an institutional investor, if you're market maker, doesn't matter, right? Retail is like the only group subsector of the markets that knew, right, that Elon was not going to leave Tesla, that's a risk probably not worth pricing in. But the rest of the markets, they did. And that's why Tesla, no matter what Tesla did, could not get out of the slump that we were in. At this point, I mean, it's basically all upside for Tesla at this point, right? Just think about this logically. You've went through a severe degree of negative sentiment. You've went through a terrible price war over in China. That seems to be leveling out. It looks like we have a pretty good picture of where margins and demand are going to be. And Tesla's giving us next-gen vehicles later this year, an AI day coming on August 8th, and hopefully a robotaxi service coming over the next 1 to 2 years. I mean, I don't really see the negative out there for Tesla at this point. Of course, there's recession risks. If we go into a recession, then automakers typically do not do well. But as of right now, judging where other stocks are, there's not a lot of recession risk baked into our market. So that's a problem we will solve when we get there. Long story short, this was the last big problem for Tesla. Now, going ahead, as I reported many times now, Tesla has a very high short interest. In fact, it actually fell a little bit today by about 4 million shares. Someone probably had a heads up on this yes vote that was coming, but Shady Wall Street does what Shady Wall Street does. You still have 3.65% short interest of free float, $17.25 billion currently in short positions, and 101.05 million shares that are currently sold short. And as I've reported over the past couple of weeks, you were seeing a lot of those deep in the money put options that were being bought by institutions with large positions in Tesla. And this is a way of hedging a position, right? I mean, just look at what we've seen today, right? On the trading day of Wednesday, June 12th. I mean, the last half an hour of the trading day, you had an $8 million put there, $1 million put there, 12 million there, 4 million there, 4 million there. And these are all between the 320 puts and the 250 puts. Deep in the money put options, right? These were hedging strategies. Now, what happens when someone goes out and they place an option that's deep in the money on the put side, it forces market makers to go out and take the back end of that and short actual stock, because your break even's like 0.2%, and Tesla does that, every 2 minutes, right? So they had to go out and short stock as well. And as you do get this rally in Tesla, all you're really getting right now is what I would call some of the market makers buying back stock. And even to that extent, I don't think there's actually too much of that going on. Now, it is overnight. It's about midnight at the time of recording this video. Tesla stock is going to be very volatile in overnight trading. It's going to be very volatile coming tomorrow morning. And once we actually get the confirmation itself from Tesla, that's where I would expect everyone to kind of get the overall idea that it's approved. But it is officially approved as of right now. Tesla is $188.59. Again, it's going to be very volatile. Tesla stock's currently up 6.5%. At one point, it did just hit $193 per share. And as far as my expectations going ahead, I think today, for your trading day of Thursday, you're probably going to see a 10, 12, 15% move higher. It wouldn't surprise me if Tesla could even run 20%. Like I said before, this is really the biggest event in many years. That means a 10% rally from the prices that we had to close Wednesday would put you at about $195 per share. 12% would put you at about $197 per share. 15% would put you at about $203, and 20% would put you at about $212. So I think anywhere in the ballpark of 195 to 212 is probably where we even end the trading day coming tomorrow. Obviously, we will have to wait and see. Again, it's going to be very volatile. I mean, even in literally that 1 minute span, Tesla's now $190 per share. It's up $2 in like 40 seconds. Okay. Nonetheless, here's my position in Tesla. Now I'm only down 2%, so that's a little encouraging. Market value, $16,391, up $1,100 on this move, down 2%, about $344 as of right now. Average cost, $194.01, with shares of 86.24, portfolio diversity of 30.45%. The reason I really like to show this position, not the, massive positions that I bought years ago, is because, I mean, it's one thing for someone to buy a stock and the stock do well and become a big hit and successful and be bullish on that company and have positive things to say and, talk like you're buying the dip, right? It's another thing to actually buy that stock you're already up on, right? That you already have positions in. Like, that's why I think this is a little bit better to see. Who gives a crap what positions people had years ago that they're holding on to? Are you still bullish on the stock? Yes or no? If you're bullish on the stock, are you buying the stock at today's levels? That's what I like to see, and that's exactly what I've done in this portfolio. Heading into tomorrow, I do have 2 195 calls for June 21st. And honestly, I think this could lead to a multi-month rally for Tesla. So I really don't think the options matter all too much. These were just some leftover options from a previous trade. So that is that. Elon's comp plan has passed. And wow, a new chapter for Tesla is starting. I mean, let's just say what it is. It started today, a new chapter for Elon and Tesla, and we can get back to more of a business as usual. I feel like good news will start to affect Tesla positively, right? Bad news will affect the stock negatively. For a while now, it's been just good news all the time that doesn't get any appreciation because who cares? Elon could leave Tesla. Now that those concerns are going away, wow, yeah, it's a new era for Tesla. And I expect by tomorrow morning after you wake up, or if you're reading this or listening to this, you know, at early morning pre-market, you're probably going to see Tesla stock up 10+%. That would be my best guess. So thank you guys for joining me today, enjoying a beer, coffee, whatever you are into at the midnight hour. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.